I've already survived more than 800 days in different Minecraft worlds, so I decided to combine all those awesome videos into one giant Minecraft movie. And now, enjoy watching. Okay, first let's get a cherry sapling. Nice. Now we can chop the tree as well. After obtaining 3 cherry logs, I made myself a crafting table, and in it, a wooden pickaxe, and started mining the wood. But I accidentally fell down and noticed that there was no block of dirt under the cherry tree at all, and I wouldn't be able to plant a new cherry tree in any way. Nearby, I noticed an underwater ravine where there could be dirt. I went down and indeed found a patch of dirt, carefully mined 1 block, and placed it under the cherry tree, finished chopping the remaining cherry blocks, and planted a new sapling. Nearby, I placed a crafting table, in which I crafted myself doors. I placed the doors underwater and started mining stone. I surfaced to the top and then returned back, already with a stone pickaxe, to mine coal as well as iron. After mining all the metals, I returned with dirt and started expanding my platform with it. Okay, now it's more spacious here. I went down into the mine again to dig even more iron. When I returned back, I noticed a sunken ship nearby. I quickly made myself a boat and sailed to the ship, treasure map there. But for some reason, there was no treasure marker on it. While looting the ship, I got hungry, but I had nothing to eat. Looking into the water, I noticed fish, which I started hunting. Whew! 5 fish caught. Nearby, there was land. Well, land. It's more like a dried up ocean. I noticed a spider from which string could drop. Unfortunately, nothing dropped. After walking a bit further, I noticed underwater ruins. The chest was buried under sand, so I started looking for it. Oh, above the chest, there were 2 blocks of suspicious sand. I decided to break the chest to save the suspicious sand, but it broke together with the chest. However, I did get a fishing rod with luck. I also came across a ship that was stuck on a sandbank. In it, I found leather boots, some paper, and an entire chest with various metals. While sailing back home, I noticed a dolphin that could show me the way to an unlooted chest, so I took out my fishing rod and caught some cod, which I fed to the dolphin, and it led me to a chest. Okay, it stopped here. I dug out quite a large area, but there was no chest here. What a scammer! After returning to the platform, I started fishing to farm myself some food. Okay, I have 43 cod and also 18 salmon. Whew! I finally ate properly. I crafted myself an iron set as well as tools. And with a new pickaxe, I went down into the mine. I decided to mine diamonds for a pickaxe. Oh, there are only 2 diamonds here. It seems like there is a diamond there, but there were a bunch of mobs that I had to kill. Another diamond obtained, and now I can craft myself a pickaxe. Nearby, I collected water and poured it near lava to mine obsidian. After returning to the surface, I wanted to craft an enchanting table, but I didn't have a book. So I went in search of sunken ships. On the way back, I noticed land where sugarcane was growing. But when I sailed there, I noticed a bunch of mobs and decided to farm myself some string.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Easy there. I spent about 2 nights here until phantoms started attacking me, so I had to run away from there. After sailing home, I made 2 more blocks of wool from the string and crafted my first bed. Also, from the found book, I made an enchanting table. But I only had enough books for 1 bookshelf. And that's very little. So I sailed again to look for a sunken ship with books. Not finding any books, I enchanted my tools with whatever I could. Now I'm a much cooler kitty. I decided to increase my platform, so I started looking underwater for patches of dirt. Okay, now my platform is really gigantic. So I decided to plant a lot of cherry trees, and after they grew, I started chopping them down. After chopping several stacks of cherry wood, I decided to build my first house.
A few moments later.
Okay, it looks cool, but this is not the final result. We'll finish it a bit later. And now I suggest making the floor inside it. We place the doors, and now we can move my items inside the new base. From the extra obsidian, I built a nether portal. But I had nothing to light it with, so I went down underwater, where I obtained flint. Okay, now it can be lit, and we can go to the netherworld. I spawned in a warped forest, where endermen spawn, so I started farming them. After some time, I noticed a nether fortress. I wouldn't be able to reach it by land, because a whole horde of mobs was waiting for me there. So I decided to throw a pearl. Oh, I'm pretty accurate. Oh, there is probably a blaze spawner here. Before farming blazes, I decided to explore this dungeon. And after some time, found another blaze spawner, where I decided to stay to farm blaze rods. Oh, I ran out of food. I need to get out of here immediately. After returning to the warped forest, I farmed myself more pearls and returned to the overworld. I ate cooked salmon, and since my food runs out very quickly, I made myself a farm where I planted carrots. I landed on land again and noticed a trader who wasn't selling anything, so I decided to kill the llamas. Oh no, wait, it would be nice to breed them. So I ran to get some wheat, but when I came back, there was only one llama here. Where's the second one? Oh, there it is. Well, there will be no llama farm anymore. I caught the last llama and tied it to a fence. Night had just come, and I could kill some zombies to try to get potatoes from them. After not getting anything at all, I decided to explore the suspicious sand. So I smelted copper and made myself a brush, with which I started brushing the suspicious sand. A nugget, another nugget, an emerald. Just look at this, it's an entire sunken city. Oh, and this is exactly what I need, a sniffer egg. I also found a second egg. I brushed the sand a little more and swam back home. But on my platform, there were a lot of mobs. Oh, little guy, relax. I started killing the remaining mobs. Oh crap, my shield! Oh my god, my axe! Whew, there are no more mobs! I crafted myself a few torches and started lighting up my territory so that no evil creatures would spawn here. Since last night I got hit more than once, I decided to upgrade my gear to diamond. So I went into the mine to dig diamond ore. After crafting myself a diamond set, I wanted to enchant it, but not on this table. I planted sugarcane and sailed to land, and luckily for me, another trader spawned there. By the way, the trader was selling a new sapling. I wanted to buy it, but first I caught the llamas and tied them to a fence. At home, I took emeralds and hay. Okay, now we can breed them. Oh, have you lost your minds? What the hell are you eating my hay and not breeding? Go to hell! Well, at least I got something. Fine, I'll at least buy a new tree sapling. At home, by the way, I noticed that a book can be crafted in any way. Yes, I didn't know that. And then I sailed to farm chests for even more books. After placing 3 bookshelves, I started enchanting my armor. Oh, I was a little short on experience. After farming a bit of experience from quartz, I finished enchanting my helmet. I also dyed my set for beauty, and now I'm a cool kitty. Oh, the trader. You're showing up pretty often. By the way, I also planted potatoes on the farm that I found on a ship. Oh, my pale tree has grown. Super! Well then, let's finally finish my house, but first... Oh, the sniffer grew. Oh, another one. Oh, awesome. Nice. For now, that will be enough for them. So, where's the second sniffer? Oh, there he is. Come on, crawl a little further. Hop. And we close it. The sniffer pen is ready. Now, we can build my house.
A few moments later.
This is the Sakura I built, and it looks really cool. Inside, by the way, I made a second floor, but there isn't much space here. My sniffers have also grown, and I already saw that they sniffed something up. Let's make their pen a bit bigger, because it's really cramped here for them. I repaired my bow, also crafted a few more arrows, and enchanted my bow with power 1. From wheat, I crafted bread, and I also crafted an Eye of Ender through it. Okay, I need to go somewhere over there. Oh, and here is the stronghold! A chest! Not bad! Oh, and there is also a trial chamber here. Holy crap! I'll come back here after killing the dragon. Oh, and here's the library. Stop. Is that a tough golem? Hey there, buddy. I need to get some books. That should be enough. Oh, by the way, what book is the tough golem holding? Let's see. Yeah, it's just an enchanted book. Well, okay, here you go. And here is the portal. Yes, it seems like I have enough. And the last one. Nice! First, let's break the crystals. Okay, now all that's left is to kill the dragon. You damn Enderman!
Ooh.
No, 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 Enderman again! Stop, 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 stop! No, 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 no! Not this time, not this time, buddy! Not this time, buddy! Go to hell, damn it! Nice! Now with the elytra. I spawned, of course, not in a very cool place. And here is an end city with a ship. Chests, a diamond sword with mending, holy crap! And here's a diamond chestplate, another diamond sword, another chestplate, and a shovel. Oh, and here's a diamond pickaxe with fortune, and here are the elytra. Come on, Shulker. Nice. We take them. Just look at how cool my elytra are. Wow, just look at this pickaxe. We'll also take this head. That's it, I'm home, and I have a lot of stuff. First of all, I want to upgrade my enchanting table and finally make my armor the best in Minecraft. We craft 8 bookshelves. And now we need to place them here. Good, and what do we have now? Aha, something is wrong here. Let's make 2 more bookshelves and place them right here. What now? Super! We remove the enchantments from my diamond armor and re-enchant it. Protection 3. Not bad. Protection 3 again. Protection 3. But it seems to me that there still aren't enough bookshelves here, because there isn't a single protection 4. So let's craft 2 more bookshelves. That's it! Now I have a full set enchanted with protection 4, as well as a cool pickaxe and a diamond sword. I only didn't have enough experience for the axe. I've almost run out of all my food, and theoretically, my potatoes should have grown on my farms. Now I have almost 1.5 stacks of potatoes. I want to fry them to get baked potatoes. Okay, while the potatoes are cooking, I suggest we work on the platform, because it's too square. I suggest making it round so that it looks pretty cool. And so, we'll start destroying a few layers of dirt. Alright, Sniffers, you're getting a bit in my way, so I'll have to move you a little. Okay, let's go in one by one. Perfect. Now you definitely won't bother me for a while. All that's left is to finish building the platform. Great. Now the platform near my Sakura is completely round. All that remains is to remove these temporary helper blocks. Before decorating this area near the Sakura, I want to upgrade my armor to netherite. And for that, I'm heading to the nether. Well, and here I need to go down. That's it, perfect. Y level 11, and here we can start digging and looking for netherite. Oh, and here is the first netherite. Oh, my pickaxe is almost broken, and I still haven't mined the required amount of netherite. But it's fine, I have a plan. Somewhere in my chest, I should have a pickaxe with mending. Ah, here it is. And I want to combine my pickaxe with this one to get a cool pickaxe with mending. But I don't have enough experience, so let's mine some gold and quartz. That's it. I have the required level. And now we combine them. Now I have a cool pickaxe with mending. I mined 20 scraps, and that should theoretically be enough for me. All that's left is to smelt them. We craft netherite ingots. And we upgrade our set. Damn! We also need an upgrade template here. Back to the nether again. Wow! Just look at how gigantic it is. Okay, I don't need the gold blocks. Oh, crap! Who? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, 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 buddy. Buddy, easy. Into the lava, shoo. No, nowhere. Whew, that was dangerous. Alright, and here's another friend. Into the lava you go. Okay, somewhere around here there should be chests. Yes! I think they're in the center. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, 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 friends. Easy, and easy, easy. Take it easy, friends. You too, get out of here. Okay, oh, another one? Holy moly! Alright, seems like that's it. Okay, quickly loot the chest. Yes, nice! And even a netherite ingot. Awesome! That's it. I'm going home. That's it, friends. I'm going home. Well then, all that's left is to duplicate this upgrade template. I should have some diamonds somewhere. Here. And here's more. Done! I have 5 upgrade templates. Now we can definitely upgrade our armor to netherite. And we'll also upgrade the sword. Well then, now I'm not just a kitty. Stop! Why isn't my chestplate dyed? Oh, this needs to be fixed immediately. Okay, where is the template here? There. Now that's a whole different story, and in such a cool set, we can upgrade our island to the next level. Now the island with the sakura looks more like an island. Under it, this kind of decoration appeared, but the island itself is made of dirt blocks, and that's very bad. So I'll place moss here. And I'll start spreading it. Spreading it all over the island. Now that's much better. The platform looks kind of alive, but here, as we can see, zombies are spawning, which I absolutely don't need. So I need to place torches again. Okay, mobs definitely won't spawn here now. And since my base is almost ready, I suggest going to the trial chamber to obtain the mace. Alright, here is the dungeon I need. All that's left is to find the spawner. Aha. And here is the first spawner. So, who do we have here? Aha, zombies. Okay. Seriously? A potato? Okay. Oh, a key. Oh, a crossbow. Well, at least something decent. Please, I need a potion. Oh yes! And a bow with power too. Well then, it's time for the nether. Oh, hey there friends. Oh, a key! Oh, I finally got it! All that's left is to craft the mace. Nice! Now I am the owner of this awesome mace. I can, in principle, sail back home. I'm home, and well, let's enchant my mace. Nice! And that's how these 100 days on just one cherry tree came to an end. I don't have a lot of different resources, but that's not a problem. First, we'll gather some wood. Without wasting any time, I crafted a wooden pickaxe. Then I jumped into the water to get some stone for making my stone tools. The next thing I want to do is at least slightly increase the size of my island. After leveling it to 1 height, I used the collected dirt to expand the island a bit. But that wasn't enough, so I went to mine some gravel to combine it with dirt and get a total of 4 blocks of coarse dirt, which we can turn into normal dirt by creating paths on it and then breaking them. And after that, expand the island even more. Oh, my chick laid its first egg. I continued using the dirt duplication method and slowly expanded the island. Of course, expanding the island is cool, but damn, I was really tired of sitting without food. And then I remembered that I'm in the ocean, where there are tons of fish. So I jumped into the water and started farming fish. I returned at night and there were a lot of mobs on my island. Whoa, 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 take it easy. I almost died. After swimming farther away from the island, the mobs despawned, and I was able to return. Or wait, not all of the mobs despawned after all. After killing the last zombie, I picked up an egg and threw it into the water. I crafted a furnace and put planks and logs into it to get charcoal, which I started using to cook fish. Well, you know, fish tastes better on charcoal after all. Haha. After having a snack, I decided to loot a shipwreck near my island. In the chests, I found a bunch of metal, as well as a lot of feathers and a map. I crafted several torches and lit up the area. Nearby, I noticed some underwater ruins and decided to check what was there. The chest was buried under blocks, so I had to break cobblestone. But there was a huge amount of coal inside the chest. After eating, I planted saplings and decided to go back into the mine to gather more metal. Oh, coal! A diamond! Oh, there's more over there too. After returning to the surface, I started smelting iron. I crafted a diamond pickaxe and also a fishing rod, which I started fishing with. Over the whole time, I collected 16 eggs, so I decided to throw them all. Oh, a chick! Another one! Soon we'll restore their population. To somehow encourage them to listen to me, I obtained seeds and used them to lead the chickens into their temporary home. I went down into the mine again, and now diamonds were appearing. Like, very often. This wall looks way too flat. It seems like there's some kind of dungeon there. Oh, indeed, it's a trial chamber. Yes, a breeze spawner. Well, okay, let's fight a bit. A key. Nice. We open the vault. Oh, damn, there are skeletons here. Another key, come here. We open the vault again, and I get honey, some more honey, arrows, an axe, and that's it. Well, not the best loot, I would say. I decided to loot the pots, and in the very first pot, there was a diamond block. No way, I'm so lucky. And what's next? An emerald, another emerald, and more arrows. Well, I guess my luck has run out. I farmed mobs a bit more, and even got a golden apple from the vault. But after that, I decided to return to the surface, where I started crafting a diamond set. Well, now the kitty is locked and loaded. I crafted another bucket, filled it with water, and poured it near lava to get some more obsidian. Whoa, I made it just in time. After getting out of the mine, I noticed a trader who was selling sugarcane. Without hesitation, I took emeralds from the chest and bought sugarcane. Well then, I don't need you anymore. I also got rid of the llamas and planted the sugarcane. From the obsidian I mined, I crafted an enchanting table. Now I just need to place it somewhere. Well, let it be here. All that's left is to craft bookshelves. To find bookshelves, I sailed off on a journey. While returning, I noticed several cows on my island and was extremely happy. Oh, there's also a sheep! I immediately took out wheat and fed the big ones. Since livestock started spawning on my island, I decided to increase the size of the island to boost the spawn rate. I made several pens for the animals and started settling them. Here we'll have a sheep. And over here, the chickens will live. I already have quite a lot of them. Here you go, eat up. On this day, I felt like building something, so I decided to build a dock. I need to gather some leaves that I want to place on top of the dock. We place a few lanterns. And the dock is finished. Now I can calmly stand here and fish. While building the dock, I slightly expanded the cow farm, and now I'm reducing their number. We craft bookshelves and place them. Of course, this is not level 30, but it's still pretty good. Wearing a cool set with a cool shovel, I decided to drastically increase my island, but I will need a very, very large amount of dirt, because besides expanding the island, I will be doing terraforming. Oh, this is going to require a lot of dirt. Okay, I finished the terraforming, and in the center of this island, there will be a large volcano. To make it more realistic, I need some stone. And for that, I need to go inside the island. Oh, I didn't even think that there would be a mob farm here. Ugh, now I just need to kill them. Looks like that's everything. I took a few sticks from the chest and crafted torches to light up the area. I also mined several stacks of cobblestone, which I put into furnaces to get regular stone. Okay, now let's work on decorating the volcano. Well, it looks pretty good. Now I want to build myself a house, but first let's make the foundation. Yes, right here I want to lay red carpet. I gathered a few poppies and turned them into red dye. After that, I dyed all the lambs red and sheared them completely. Okay, the foundation is ready. All that's left is to make the frame. Done! But there are no walls here. I would like to make everything out of glass. But there's a problem. I have very, very little sand. Of course, it exists, but it might not be enough for my future plans. So I'll make the windows out of planks. We place stairs and slabs between them. Well, that's not so bad. Okay, the first floor is done. All that's left is to build the second one. Nice, the house is built, and it's pretty cool. And since I now have a cool house, I'm ready for bigger events, so I'm going to the Nether. But first, I'll build a portal right here. I spawned in the worst possible place, but at least I found a Nether fortress very quickly. There, I found a brand new template and a Nether wart farm. Oh, and here's the blaze spawner. Well then, I'll have to take down a few of them. After farming blaze rods, I headed to the soul biome, where I need to gather soul sand. I hope this will be enough. While returning to the overworld, I met a trader who was selling a tropical tree sapling, and I simply couldn't not buy it. For my idea, I need to farm some books, so I broke my old sugarcane farm and made a bigger one. Besides sugarcane, I also need leather, but before killing the cows, I decided to breed them. Oh, damn it. Stupid creeper, all the cows ran away because of it. Well, and since all the cows scattered, I started killing them. Okay, only a calf is left. I'll probably spare it. Alright, while the new batch of cows is growing up, I decided to make a place for the enchanting table. It will be located right inside this volcano. First, let's make the floor out of tropical wood. Okay, the table itself will stand right here, and the bookshelves will go around it. I need about 7 more bookshelves, but we'll leave that for later. For now, I built the room itself in the form of a cave, but it needs to be reworked because everything here is too gray. I started replacing some blocks with netherrack, and in some places, I placed soul sand. Okay, just look at what I ended up with. This is simply gorgeous. I'd like to improve my gear, but for that, I need experience. So I went to the Nether, where I started mining quartz. By accident, I found a bastion, which I obviously couldn't leave unlooted. I climbed onto the bastion and noticed 3 brutes there. I hit a piglin. Oh, I'm in lava! Please don't burn! Oh damn, a ghast! You guys are driving me crazy! Ah, damn it! What is even happening here? I returned to the bastions. Oh, screw you! I quickly looted all the chests and continued mining quartz. At home, I removed the enchantments from my armor and started re-enchanting it. From the netherite scraps I found, I crafted netherite ingots. I upgraded my gear and also added a really cool pattern to it. Half a netherite set is cool, of course, but I want a full set. So I'm heading back to the nether again. Oh, there it is. The first netherite. At home, I smelted the netherite and finished upgrading my gear. Now that I'm fully netherite, I suggest we start gathering sand. And for that, I crafted doors. But when I reached the water, I noticed a skeleton horse, and that really surprised me. I went back home to grab a lead and sailed to the horse. Oh, damn! Good thing they're underwater. Carefully killing all the skeletons, I tied the first horse and led it to my home. I took 3 more leads, tied the horses, and secured them to a post. Nearby, I also noticed a trader who was trying to be invisible. Since he wasn't selling anything useful, I killed him, and I tied the llamas to a post. But it turned out that llamas are way too rude and spit at everyone around them, so I had to kill them. After that, I finally went underwater and started mining sand. I collected 3,500 blocks of sand. But now, there isn't a single grain of sand left around my island. Well, before completely transforming the island, I want to obtain a mace, and for that, I returned to the trial chamber and started killing mobs. Wait, what? A trident can drop from the vault? Wow, no way! After killing a couple hundred mobs and getting tons of junk, I finally got the potion I needed. Well then, now the real hell begins. Alright, here are the first mobs. Carrot, potato, another potato and a potion, a key. I found a new dungeon because the vaults in the previous one had run out. Okay, all that's left is to find the right vaults. Maybe here. What? Copper golems? What are you doing here? I have a lot of questions, but very little time. So I suggest we obtain them and place them at my base. Oh, these aren't statues, or what? Oh, so I can't actually obtain them at all. I see. How does this work? Let's skip this moment. Oh, it dropped! Let's throw out this random junk and finally make ourselves a mace. Nice. Well, now we can head home. Woo! Finally, I'm home! Before going to the trial chamber, I gathered a whole chest of sand. And I need it for a reason. I want to completely change the entire appearance of this island and turn it into an amazing oasis. Let's take a few stacks of sand and start from this side. Well, simply because it's smaller. I need to break these blocks and place sand instead of them. The same goes for the bottom, but here I need to make a support platform because the sand will fall down. I completely covered this half of the island with sand, and it looks pretty cool. Now right here in the center, I want to build a small village. But before that, let's gather some tropical wood. And now let's build palm trees. Okay, the palm trees are built. All that's left is to build a small village here. The houses will be in this style. All that's left is to build a couple more houses. The mini village is ready. Now we just need to build a few decorations here. This is the village I ended up with. Pretty good, if you ask me. There are houses with lanterns. There are also relaxation areas. Here, all around the island. And the most interesting thing is that I decided to make the windows out of signs. In my opinion, it looks pretty nice. And by the way, a small path appeared here. Yes, it's barely visible, but that actually makes it better. This side is finished, so I suggest we move on to the volcano. First of all, I need to fill it with lava, because what kind of volcano is it without lava? We craft a few buckets and head to the nether. Oh no, wait, this portal looks way too simple. I suggest we upgrade it. First, we need to break it. So on that side, I have an enchanting table, and over here, there's nothing. So I suggest digging a hole right here and making the portal entrance exactly here. The room itself will be made in the soul biome style. So we place blackstone stairs and replace the grass with black basalt, or whatever it's called. Okay, this is what I ended up with, and in my opinion, it looks really cool. All that's left is to take a flint and steel and light the portal. Good! This is actually really awesome. Alright, let's grab our buckets and go get some lava. Oh, as much as I don't like this biome, in this situation, it's just the perfect place to collect lava. Great, all the buckets are full. Now we're heading back to the overworld. Okay, to pour lava here, I need to build a platform, otherwise the lava will just flood everything. Alright, we can pour the lava now. Yeah, it wasn't quite enough. I need to go get more lava. Great, now the volcano is filled with lava, but if you look at it from the side, it doesn't really look like a volcano. It's somehow too green, so this needs to be fixed. I'm going to replace the grass and dirt with blackstone blocks and also basalt, and that will give it a more volcanic effect. The volcano turned out absolutely insane. Just look at it. Also, besides lava, magma is flying out of the volcano. And one even landed here, by the way. All that's left is to build this side, which I'm about to do now. But first, I'll plant a few tropical trees, because I used up all the wood and leaves on those palm trees. I completely covered the island with sand, and all that's left is to build a few palm trees here. Basically, like on that side. Except here I want to make, for example, a volleyball court, a few hammocks, a beach. Well, and the rest of the stuff. Let's start with a basketball court, which will be located right here. For it, I need to craft sandstone stairs. This won't be enough. I'll also need a fence. And yes, the basketball court will be located right here. And it will end roughly somewhere around here. I hope this area is even. Now we'll find out. Yeah, great. It's just right. Here we place sandstone stairs. Damn. This looks kind of weird. We need to rotate them the other way. There. That's much better. And here, in the center, we place a fence. And we end up with this kind of court. And we also need to place cobwebs on top of this fence, which I still need to obtain. So we take my shears and go into the mine. I'm here. All that's left is to gather cobwebs. Alright, I think 5 pieces will be more than enough. We place them right here. And good, we've got this kind of basketball court, and it's pretty awesome. We can even try to expand it this way and this way. So we place more cobwebs here and here. And what did we get? Well, this also looks pretty good. I think we'll leave it like this. Now right here, I suggest making a few benches. They will also be made out of sandstone. Well, overall, it looks pretty good. Alright, all that's left is to build a few palm trees. Just look at how much my island has changed. A lot of palm trees appeared here, and it looks really cool. But still, some details are missing here. More precisely, hammocks, beach loungers, and similar stuff. So I grab my little hands with my little hands and go finish building my island. Let's start with the beach loungers. The first one will be right here. We place trap doors, then a fence, a slab, and place string in a circle. Now we need to place carpets on them. All that's left is to place another fence here and put a lamp on top of it. Great, the first lounger is ready, and now we need to build about 4 or 3 more loungers around the island. Alright, I've completely finished building my island, and as you can see, there are a lot of beach loungers here. There are barrels scattered all over the island, and there are even coconuts scattered here and there. Yes, here's a coconut, and there's a coconut over there. Well, almost under every palm tree, there's a coconut. And there's even my dock here, on which I, by the way, never fished even once. But that's not important. The important thing is that I've completely finished building my island, and all that's left is to kill the dragon and take its egg. But before that, I suggest enchanting my mace. Nice. Pretty good enchantments. Alright, and here's the spawner. Well then, blazes, I need a few blaze rods. I think 7 rods should be enough for me. We make ender eyes and head out on a journey. Okay, it's over there. We activate the portal and go kill the dragon. And first, of course, I need to break these crystals. And boom, shakalaka! Oh, guys, why are you all on me? Easy there, I'm not even friends with you. Alright, dragon, come on, land already, because I really want to kill you. Final hits, and the dragon is dead! Whew, I finally did it! Let's take the egg. Attempt number 2. Good! Alright, now we can head home. And I suggest placing this egg right inside this village house. Perfect! And that's it. These 100 days on this island are over. The first thing I noticed was a single dirt block on this platform. Looking over the edge of the island, I spotted 4 more dirt blocks, and that was already much better than nothing. The first thing I needed to do was gather blocks. Since this island is made entirely of sand, breaking even 1 block could have caused the entire platform to collapse, ending my survival right there. But looking closely at the edge of the island, I noticed strings that seemed to be holding all the sand in place. So I decided to risk it and mined my first block. Whew, the platform didn't collapse, which meant I could safely mine the rest. But first I collected all the dead bushes. After collecting all the sand blocks, I had almost 3 stacks. I could craft sandstone from them, but that would consume many blocks. First, I decided to build a shelter, since sooner or later, I'd need one. Great! Then I crafted sandstone from the extra sand and started building away from the island. When the sandstone started running out, I made a small 3x2 platform at the end so mobs could spawn there. Without mobs, this survival would be impossible. Night had just fallen, so I went into my shelter and waited for mobs to spawn. A creeper spawned first, and I needed to kill it carefully. As I got closer, I started attacking it. Oh no, I had nowhere left to retreat, so I had to knock it back, and the gunpowder it dropped fell into the void. 3 more mobs spawned that night, one of them a skeleton, which is very dangerous for me. But first, I decided to deal with the zombie. I blocked the entrance with sand and finished off the mobs. The skeleton was left, and in theory, it would start burning in a few seconds. Oh no, it's coming toward me! Whew, it burned. At the start of the second day, I had 20 sand blocks, 1 bone, 1 arrow, 5 sticks, and 2 pieces of rotten flesh. I also had 5 grass blocks, and there was a small chance that some passive mob could spawn there. So I went to the other side and waited for a good mob to spawn. Unfortunately, nothing spawned that day, so I hid in my house again and farmed hostile mobs. After the night ended, I waited again for passive mobs. This time, I got lucky. A cow spawned. It entered my house, which was perfect. I blocked the entrance and killed the cow, getting 1 leather and 2 pieces of meat. That night, I saw snow on the island for the first time. The fact that my island was in a snowy biome was actually very good, since snow provides an infinite source of blocks. Also, some valuable mobs can spawn there. 2 more zombies and a creeper spawned. I dealt with the zombies quickly, but the creeper was harder to handle. Oh no! It exploded and destroyed 4 sandstone blocks, which was critical in my situation. Luckily, I still had 20 sand blocks left, and crafted 4 sandstone blocks to repair the path. Whew, the bridge was fixed. That night, 2 skeletons spawned, but I definitely couldn't fight them, so I hid in my house and waited for sunrise. Only arrows dropped from them. During the day, a fox spawned on my island, and this was exactly the mob that could boost my survival. Sometimes a fox can spawn holding an item in its mouth, and if it spawned with an emerald, my survival would improve dramatically. Unfortunately, this fox had nothing. I kept farming mobs, and at one point, a zombie dropped an iron ingot, which was awesome! Later, I could craft a shovel from it. Then a spider spawned on my platform, the second most dangerous mob because of its leap attacks. I decided to kill it, but instead of risking it, I hid in my shelter. However, the spider climbed onto the roof, and to make it come down, I had to break a block and go outside. But there, the spider attacked me, and for the first time in this survival, I took damage. To keep the spider from climbing onto the roof, I had to keep hitting it constantly. Unfortunately, the spider didn't drop any loot, which was really disappointing. But during the day, a chicken spawned, and that was great news. I pushed the chicken into my house, but I didn't want to kill it since it was the only mob I could breed. For safety, I blocked it in with sand, but that used up all my sand blocks. Not wanting to be left with nothing, I decided to make 2 small windows in my house. After that, I turned the bones into bone meal. I wasn't very lucky. Out of 5 blocks, only 3 turned into grass, and even from those, I got nothing. I still had 3 bone meal left, and on the second attempt, all blocks became grass, and from them, I got 2 seeds. Using the last bone meal, I got lucky again, but this time, I only got 1 seed. Toward evening, a fox spawned on the platform, and it looked like it was holding something in its mouth. Oh my god, it was an emerald! I couldn't believe my luck, but now I somehow had to get it. Locking it inside the house wouldn't work since I only had 2 sand blocks left, and there were also 2 holes in the house. 1 wrong hit, and the fox would jump into the void. I decided to temporarily let the chicken out. I went after the fox, but for some reason it ran in the opposite direction. I barely managed to drive it toward the house, but then I heard terrible sounds. The fox had eaten my only chicken. Of course, that was sad, but at least I got the emerald. For such a crime, the fox had to be punished. Well, that's better now. A few days later, a wandering trader arrived, though unfortunately not alone. Okay, only a creeper remained, and I needed to get rid of it. Oh no, it exploded again! I dismantled part of my house once more to repair the path. Okay, here's the trader. I hoped he would sell exactly what I needed. Oh yes, he was selling 2 moss blocks for 1 emerald, which was perfect. I immediately bought them and ran back home. I placed both blocks and turned some bones into bone meal to fertilize the moss. Oh yes, an azalea! Now I could grow it and get my first tree in this survival. I obtained 9 oak logs, turned them into planks, and crafted my first crafting table. With it, I made a wooden shovel, which allowed me to gather snow and craft snow blocks to expand the platform. From the extra planks, I made an axe. And from the remaining slabs, I started expanding the mob spawning platform. The platform grew significantly. So many more mobs should spawn now. While I walked to the other side, a creeper spawned behind me. While I was checking the tree, 2 skeletons spawned as well. Not bad. After getting a few more oak logs, 2 creepers and a spider appeared on the platform. Staying outside at that moment was too dangerous, so I hid in my house all night. The next day, after breaking a block, I saw a zombie that I had to kill. Breaking the last block, I stepped outside and got shot by a skeleton. Whew, I almost died. The last thing I saw outside was a huge crowd of mobs, and I wasn't imagining it. There were really tons of creepers and spiders, so many that killing them would be extremely difficult. I built a small defense against the green ones and carefully started eliminating them. Oh no, another explosion! And it destroyed a large number of blocks. And again, those damn creepers were driving me crazy. After killing the last creeper, I jumped onto the platform and collected resources from the dead skeletons and creepers. Now, only the spiders were left. After hitting the first spider, I ran back into my house, hid, but the spider disappeared somewhere. I switched the camera and saw it attacking from the front, and I barely managed to land the final hit, but my axe broke at that very moment. What luck! The biggest problem after the mob attacks was the lack of health and food. I had 2 pieces of beef and 1 piece of chicken, but only the beef could be eaten safely. However, those 2 pieces wouldn't even restore half my health. So I decided to eat rotten flesh, which causes hunger, but was my best option for healing at that moment. After restoring my health to maximum, I needed to kill the remaining spiders. After killing the first one, only the last spider remained, but it was standing right on the edge of the platform, so close that it seemed to be holding on by just 1 pixel. Dealing damage to it in that situation was extremely dangerous, so I decided to wait until it moved a bit away from the edge. Alright, now I could finally kill it. After killing all the spiders, I had 7 strings, which allowed me to craft 1 block of wool. But I still needed 2 more for a bed. By the end of the day, I decided to farm wood. My mob farm worked well, but spiders were still able to get through, which really annoyed me. So the next morning I collected my wood and started upgrading the farm. I built a larger platform, added walls, and even a roof, and used the remaining slabs to expand the farm further. While I was doing this, a chicken spawned. I made a separate platform with a small cage and pushed the chicken inside. The following night, I went to farm mobs, but my farm wasn't designed to protect against baby zombies. So, I lost some health. While fighting spiders, an enderman attacked me. I quickly hid in my house, and it started dismantling my building. Shocked by its audacity, I quickly finished it off. I continued farming mobs, but miscalculated something and my farm got damaged again. I blocked myself off from creepers, but skeletons ran in behind them, and realizing the situation was getting worse, I hid in my house. Good thing I escaped in time. In the morning, 2 zombies visited me, and I barely fought them off. But there was also an enderman outside. I started attacking it when another zombie appeared. I quickly sealed myself in and killed the zombie. When I turned back to the enderman holding a block, I noticed a hole in my base. Angry, I quickly eliminated all enemies. There were too many creepers on the platform, and I had to repair everything somehow. I built a small structure, killed creepers, rebuilt, killed creepers again, rebuilt, and finally finished. I also improved the farm so that neither baby zombies nor spiders could get through anymore. Over the next few days, I farmed mobs and managed to collect 7 iron ingots and 1 potato. These 2 items would play a crucial role in future survival. First, I crafted a cauldron from iron and placed it outside so it could slowly fill with snow. That day, I also stood AFK, and it turned out to be useful. Another chicken spawned. I put it in the cage as well and fed them to increase the population. At night, I went to check how the farm worked. I noticed I had forgotten to close the trapdoors, and 1 baby zombie managed to escape. I hid inside, crafted a sword, opened the passage, pulled my bow, went outside, shot the zombie, and carefully finished it with a sword. Relaxed, I stepped out of my house and suddenly saw a creeper right in front of me, ready to explode. I ran inside, but since I had no blocks, I decided to run outside while shooting it with my bow. Whew, that was dangerous. In the morning, I went to finish off the remaining mobs. That night, I noticed the cauldron filling with snow, and soon it would be completely full. While waiting, I prepared to turn the snow into water. Nice. The cauldron was full, and now I could execute my plan. First, I needed to sleep so the snowstorm would stop. Next, I had to eliminate all mobs in the farm, except zombies. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it with a sword, so I used an axe. Finally, 1 zombie walked out. I lured it toward the cauldron and carefully set it on fire to melt the snow. Perfect, it worked. Now that the cauldron was full of water, I needed a way to collect it, so I had to farm zombies for 3 more iron ingots. After crafting a bucket, I took the water from the cauldron and placed it near the grass. Then I tilled farmland and started farming potatoes. After farming potatoes, I went back to farming zombies, but after 4 hits, I noticed a zombie villager, which I definitely shouldn't kill. I needed to save it immediately. I crafted an axe and a boat. Then I killed the unnecessary mobs, placed the boat next to the zombie, and guided it inside. Bingo! The zombie was trapped! To prevent it from burning in sunlight, I built a small roof and started transporting it. But doing this without a weapon was very painful. Then I remembered that I had a lead, attached it to the boat, and started pulling it. Oh, that's even faster. I dragged the boat to the turn, but I couldn't pull it any further, so I had to ride the boat forward for 3 blocks. While I was doing that, night fell, and somehow mobs were managing to climb over my farm system, which really surprised me. I dealt with the zombies, and only the skeleton remained. We got into a shootout, and he eventually defeated me. So I decided to sleep. The next day, I fixed the farm problem and blocked in the zombie villager so he definitely wouldn't disappear. Since I had a lot of wood, I crafted many slabs to improve my mob farm. First, I had to get rid of the old mobs. Okay, now I could build the new mob farm. While building the roof, I realized that if I used full blocks, mobs would spawn on top instead of inside. So instead, I made the entire roof out of slabs. And this is the farm I ended up with. Much better than the previous one. At least, now nothing can escape. Since the mob farm was upgraded, I decided to improve the chicken farm as well. I fenced the area and released the chickens. The next day, I crafted several wooden swords and went to farm mobs on my new platform. After several days of farming, I collected a lot of resources, most importantly 39 iron ingots, which I had been farming for this whole time. From them, I crafted a shield, a chest plate, and boots. Since my chest was almost full, I crafted another one and moved all my resources there. For further survival, I needed lava, and since it was impossible to get it normally, my map had a single lava source near the end portal. To reach it, I crafted many slabs and started bridging toward the portal. Oh, I can already see it. It's not that far from my island. Okay, here's the lava. Let's take it. Now I needed to build a cobblestone generator, but planks and snow weren't suitable, so sandstone was the only option. To build the generator, I had to dismantle half of my house. Okay, the base is ready. Now I just need to bring water and lava. Water is in place, now lava. Nice. The cobblestone generator is ready. Now I can stand here and farm cobblestone. By the way, this was the first day I encountered phantoms, even though they technically shouldn't spawn at this height. From the mine stone, I crafted an axe, a pickaxe, a sword, and also a furnace, where I immediately smelted logs and planks to get charcoal. Now I could craft torches and light up the surrounding area. I fed the chickens and slightly reduced their population. And of course, cooked the chicken meat. For further survival, emeralds would be very useful, and at the moment, foxes were the only way to obtain them. So I decided to build a fox farm. I couldn't find any guides on YouTube, so I had to invent it myself. I built 2 circles, one big and one small. Once the platform gets covered in snow, foxes will start spawning. They'll smell the chicken, try to get to it, fall down, and that's where I'll kill them. I built upward and went AFK. Oh, quite a lot of foxes gathered there. After farming them for several days, I collected 8 emeralds, which is a very good result. Now I just had to wait for a wandering trader to spawn. And to speed this up, I slightly expanded the platform. After waiting 9 days, no one spawned, so I decided to check the fox farm. And to my surprise, the trader was there, and he was selling exactly what I needed. A dripstone block and an oak sapling. I quickly ran for my emeralds and bought the items. I immediately planted the sapling and installed the dripstone so lava could slowly fill the cauldron. Wait, what? How did the cauldron fill with lava in just 10 seconds? That's very strange, but pretty cool. Maybe it will happen again? Apparently not. While waiting for lava to accumulate, I built a structure for creating a portal. And since lava farming took a long time, I also built another setup for farming lava. I poured water where the portal would be, and slowly started filling the frame with obsidian. Good, the portal is completely ready. All that's left is to light it. Unfortunately, I can't craft flint and steel, and the trader doesn't sell flint or gravel either, so I only had one option left: lighting the portal using wooden planks. I placed 2 plank blocks and poured lava on the other side. After some time, the planks should catch fire and activate the portal. They're taking way too long to ignite. The portal finally activated! I picked up the lava and broke all unnecessary blocks. Okay, now I can go to the Nether, but entering it without proper armor is very dangerous. So, using my last iron, I crafted a helmet and leggings. I also grabbed some food from the furnace. Alright, let's go. Unlike the overworld, the Nether remained completely vanilla, so I could gather plenty of useful resources here. The first thing I noticed was a huge amount of gravel, and I immediately got an idea. I quickly crafted a shovel and started collecting all the gravel. With it, I returned to the overworld, mined 2 dirt blocks, and by combining them with gravel, obtained 4 coarse dirt blocks. These can be tilled back into normal dirt, meaning that from just 2 dirt blocks, I could eventually farm stacks of dirt. After repeating the process, I ended up with a full stack of coarse dirt, which is 31 times more than what I had at the very beginning. I placed several dirt blocks near my tree and returned to the Nether. This time, I wanted to mine gold, which I would need to cure the zombie villager. I also found mushrooms required for crafting certain ingredients. By accident, I discovered a bastion. This bastion had only 3 chests, but they could contain very valuable loot. I couldn't go directly because many skeletons were there, so I decided to go around. Still, I had to kill at least 1 skeleton. And there were piglins. Hopefully no crossbow ones. Okay, I needed to kill 2 brutes. Damn, a ghast! Oh no, piglins! Damn, they knocked me off! Phew, I managed to hide. Now get into the lava. After killing the last brute, I looted the chests. In the first one, I found an upgrade template, a gold block, and a soul speed book. The second chest had even more loot, most importantly, a lot of iron. Only one chest remained at the other end of the bastion. One more enemy down. Wow, there are so many piglins here. And here's the chest, another upgrade template, and a netherite scrap. Later I found a nether fortress, but I couldn't descend safely there, so I searched for a safer route. I collected some nether wart and looted several chests. I found a blaze spawner, but there were many wither skeletons nearby. Okay, now I needed to farm some blaze rods. Damn, they hit hard! Good thing I still had 6 pieces of chicken. Let's try killing them with a bow. Okay, 1 down. 2 more down. Whoa! 1 spawned right in front of me! I farmed 6 blaze rods, which should be enough. Then I remembered that wither skeletons drop coal, which I really needed, so I decided to farm them a bit too. Though I wasn't very lucky with coal drops. Since my inventory was full of resources, I decided to return home. First, I stored everything in chests, crafted Eyes of Ender, and ran to the portal. Nice, I had exactly enough. Okay, I'm here. First, I needed to destroy the crystals. Carefully approaching, I started hitting the dragon's head. Oh, shoo, I barely survived. Second round. Oh no, my axe broke. How am I supposed to kill the dragon now? I didn't even bring a crafting table. Well, I guess I'll have to shoot it with my bow. Oh, it's landing. Well then, time to hit it with my pickaxe. Damn, 1 hit wasn't enough. I pulled back the bowstring and bam, the dragon was dead. Okay, now I need to get over there. We need to find an end city, not only for the elytra, but also for diamonds. Alright, the first city, and there's no ship here, but at least I looted a golden shovel and 3 diamonds from a chest. Damn, there isn't even going to be a chest here. Oh, nice, a portal home, and behind it an end city. Wow, and it looks like there's even a ship. Oh, it really is there. Okay, let's start building over to it. I ran out of blocks, but the shulkers helped me. Alright, that's enough. First, let's kill the shulker. Good, here are the elytra. By the way, the chest also contained almost a full diamond set. I also wanted to grab the dragon head, but it fell down. I equipped the elytra and flew straight to the portal. Oh my god, why am I flying so low? Anyway, let's go home. Back home, I crafted a diamond chestplate, and now I was fully geared in diamonds. By the way, from one of the chests I got an amazing farming sword with sharpness and even mending. I grabbed my new shovel and went to the nether to farm gravel to expand my platform. Oh god, now this area looks like paradise to me. After returning with a huge amount of gravel, I chopped down a tree and expanded my platform. Then I started farming dirt, craft, place, make a path, break, and repeat. By the second cycle, I already had 2 stacks of dirt, then 10 stacks, and finally 11 stacks. That's a pretty good result. I took some dirt and planted several trees, grew them, chopped them down, and waited for apples to drop. Not this time. I planted trees again, grew them, chopped them, and waited once more. Oh, there's an apple. I immediately crafted a golden apple from it. This apple will be used to cure the villager. I ran to the mob farm hoping to find a witch, but then realized I could brew the potion myself. I placed the brewing stand, inserted a water bottle, and added blaze powder. Now just wait. Oh man, I completely forgot that nether wart isn't needed for a weakness potion. I drank the potion, refilled the bottle with water, and brewed it again, this time without nether wart. Potion ready. Then I thought curing only 1 zombie villager wasn't logical since I could cure 2 with a single potion. So I went to the farm to find another one. To prevent mobs from constantly spawning, I built a mechanism to block their flow. Oh, there's a zombie villager. Now I just need to kill the creepers. I expanded the roof over the first villager and placed the second one in a boat, but I decided to move him only at night. Doing this in diamond armor is much easier. I splashed them with the potion and fed them golden apples. While they were curing, I farmed seeds. I got an advancement and ran back, but they were still zombies, though the one on the right had different effects and wasn't shaking. Very strange! Oh, the left one cured, but something was definitely wrong with the right one. Maybe it needed more time? No, it never cured. That was really weird. So I brewed another potion, this time adding redstone to extend the duration, and this time it worked. Since 2 villagers weren't enough, I expanded my platform and built a small house where I moved them in. I crafted several beds and placed them inside. All that was left was to give them food, but I only had 1 piece of bread. Hopefully that would be enough for now. While the villagers were breeding, I built a small farm nearby and planted potatoes and wheat. While the crops were growing, I dismantled the fox farm since I no longer needed it. Too bad I didn't have TNT. Well, this is much better now. Soon most of the crops grew, and I harvested them. I crafted 4 loaves of bread, and immediately gave them to the villagers. By the way, I also got a new mob, which I placed with the chickens. That day, I decided to finally tidy up my island, because chaos had been happening there for far too long. In the very center of my island, I plan to build a massive farm, which in the future, I'll transform into a giant tree. From this farm, I built out 30 blocks in every direction, after which I needed to create a giant circle here. Okay, now it just needs to be filled in. Unfortunately, Replay Mod decided that these terraforming moments were exactly the ones it should delete, so sadly, I don't have that footage. Done. But this circle is made entirely of coarse dirt, which won't turn into grass in the future. So I crafted several hoes and started converting the coarse dirt into normal dirt. Wow! 1 hoe is used up on just this small area. I'm going to break a lot more hoes here. Good! Now the platform is completely covered with dirt, and even a small part has already grown grass. I harvested the crops, crafted bread, and fed the villagers again. This area looks way too ugly, so I proposed demolishing it entirely. Let's start with the cobblestone generator. Much better now. By the way, I noticed several penguins and dogs on my platform. I grabbed some bones from a chest and tamed 3 dogs at once. Okay, the main island is ready, but I want to build 1 mini island on each side. I'll start from this side. Great, now it just needs to be filled with dirt. Good, the first of 4 islands is ready. I built 3 more like it, and it looks really cool, but it would be nice to build a few more islands between these 2. Now I want to turn this ugly farm into a massive and beautiful tree. To do that, I planted a lot of trees on my island. Now I just need to wait for them to grow. Besides oak logs, I'll need a lot of leaves, and to get those, I need shears, which require iron. I only have 7 iron ingots, and that's definitely not enough. So, since I already have several villagers, I decided to build an iron farm. First, I needed to kidnap 3 villagers. First, second, third, and now, friends, you keep multiplying. I noticed a cat on my island, and I simply couldn't leave it alone. I crafted a fishing rod and started fishing in a small pond. After catching 3 fish, I ran to the cat, but it turned out to be quite a glutton. I went back for more fish. And finally, great, the cat is tamed. Now it will sit next to my dogs. Okay, for the iron farm, I need to dig a small 7x7 pit. Here, done. Now let's raise it a bit. Next, the bottom needed to be filled with blocks, but unfortunately that's impossible without water. Great, now we build the villager's room. Place 3 beds, 2 slabs, a trapdoor, and a boat where the zombie will sit. Now we just need to bring in the villagers. First, second, third. Wow, their sleeping animation looks really cool. I sealed them in and poured water along the edges. Okay, iron golems will fall here, so I placed several signs to hold lava above them. All that remains is to place 3 hoppers, but I only had enough iron for 1. I think that's enough for now. I found a zombie and placed him in a boat. And the golems started spawning, but not exactly where they should. So I dug up some land and was about to go AFK.
Bruh.
But the golems still spawned incorrectly. In the end, I ended up digging up almost the entire island. After 5 minutes AFK, I farmed 25 iron ingots. I immediately crafted 5 pairs of shears and went to collect leaves. Oh, looks like I slightly miscalculated with the shears. Okay, leaves are done. Now I need the logs themselves. Great, now I have several chests full of resources, and I'm ready to build the giant tree. But wait, I think I forgot something. It would actually be nice to build a few more islands between these two. Oh, now that's much better. Alright, let's start building the tree. Oh, a wandering trader spawned, and he's selling an acacia sapling. I immediately bought the sapling and a pumpkin. Okay, the tree trunk is ready, and it looks amazing. Now all that remains is to build the leafy crown. Oh, and inside, there turned out to be an actual mob farm. For now, I'll just seal them in with leaves. In the end, the tree turned out really cool. But there's a small problem. It's a bit see-through, especially from above. So I decided to completely fill the inside with leaves. Sure, I could have just lowered the graphic settings, but that wouldn't look cool at all. Great, now the tree looks much better and is almost no longer transparent, except maybe just a little bit. Damn, I forgot to bring a water bucket. Well, okay, I have an idea. Oh, I barely survived. Holy crap, the slimes trampled my whole farm. Since the tree is already finished, I decided to get rid of the mobs inside. Wow, there are actually a lot of them? Damn, it exploded. But at least now I can see all the mobs. Okay, I'll deal with them one by one. After clearing them all out, patching the holes, lighting everything up, and of course repairing the tree, I crafted several furnaces, placed them, and put cobblestone to smelt in each one. I needed to make these islands look more like real islands. Oh my god, stupid zombie, I almost fell! I wanted to make the island in a cone shape, but I didn't have enough height, because the main island should be a bit bigger anyway. Okay, all islands are finished now, but it's impossible to get to them properly, so I built a small futuristic bridge here. It actually fits really well. Now I just need to build some nice structure to hide this ugly iron farm. Wow, this kind of looks like a church, and in these little windows, I want to place piles of iron. Okay, it looks pretty cool. Now I want to improve the island's appearance because it looks too brown. I took the last moss block from my chest and started spreading it. Okay, now I need to replace all these blocks with moss and cover them with moss carpets, so golems definitely won't spawn. The island became much greener, but I also want to add leaf bushes in different places to create a nice vibe. And finally, I planted a few azaleas. Good, I've completely finished building the first island, and it looks absolutely awesome. Before building the rest of the islands, I want to upgrade my tools because right now, the only diamond gear I have is armor, so I plan to go to the end to get diamonds. I already have elytra and a lot of gunpowder to craft fireworks, but I also need sugarcane for that, so I started waiting for a wandering trader to sell it. And here he is, with the items I need. I planted my only sugarcane, and while it was growing, I built a bigger sugarcane farm, even though there was nothing to plant there yet. Slimes annoyed me so much that I covered the entire farm. Now they won't be jumping around here. I also gathered all my mobs and fed them a bit. After collecting the sugarcane, I crafted paper and fireworks. About 2 stacks. Well then, let's fly to the portal. Damn, I almost didn't make it. Alright, now I'm definitely in the end. Okay, I'm in the end dimension. I found my first end city with a ship where I got a diamond helmet and a diamond sword. Too bad, no diamonds. Oh, here are the first diamonds. 9 of them, and a bit more, another 7 diamonds. I crafted a shulker box and stored all my resources in it. And since flying back to the main island is still really far away, I decided to finish my diamond search. Oh, I got really lucky. Back home, I gathered some sugarcane and crafted an enchanting table. Now I just need to add bookshelves. While the sugarcane was growing, I decided to make a separate island for my animals, because it's getting a bit cramped for them. Okay, the building will have roughly this shape, with a small clearing on the left side. Good, I finished the front part. Now only the remaining walls are left. And here we'll have a small fence. Now I just need to figure out the roof. The roof will have roughly this shape. Oh my god, this looks really cool! Now I just need to break the dirt inside the house and replace it with rooted dirt. Now this looks powerful. I crafted several hay bales and placed them inside the farm. All that's left is decorating everything with grass. Oh, hi Enderman. Bye-bye, Enderman. Okay, animals, follow me. Now for the chickens. That's it, the farm is finished. I fed the cows and then killed them to craft bookshelves. Okay, I still need 5 more bookshelves. After finishing the enchanting table, I wanted to start enchanting my tools, but then I realized I need lapis lazuli for that, which I currently have no way of obtaining, so in my case, the table is completely useless. I went to the iron farm and took some iron ingots to craft an anvil. Now all that's left is to combine my armor and make it better. Great, I did everything I could, and since the enchanting table is now completely useless, I destroyed it. To fully enchant my armor, I'm going to take these villagers hostage, but first I need to build places where they'll live. I'll build the first structure right here. Maybe slimes will finally stop spawning as well. Okay, these are the houses where the villagers will live. Now I just need to finish building them. Nice, the house is fully finished, but that wasn't enough for me. So I built 3 more buildings where villagers will also live. But these damn slimes still kept spawning. So I took my only pumpkin and turned it into seeds to plant on the farm, and so they would grow faster. Oh, a pumpkin! I carved a face into it and ran to spawn a golem. He'll act as a guard, protecting the area from the big slime blobs. I spawned a few more golems, and now my territory is well protected. I brought 2 villagers into the house, and all that was left was to build their workstations and breed them. Okay, I ended up with this really cool villager trading hall, but unfortunately they're not upgraded yet. I'll deal with that later. I also added a couple of bookshelves for decoration, placed some lights, and went on to work on other buildings. Okay, I built 4 buildings and placed villagers in each one. Let's start with this building. Here we have villagers who sell armor and tools. Next are the librarians, and I arranged everything nicely here as well. They're not selling anything useful yet, since I haven't upgraded them at all, so maybe we'll work on that later. For now, I'll show all the buildings first, and only then, maybe we'll start upgrading them. Here, if I'm not mistaken, we have clerics. Yes, priests live here. I set up the interior with hoppers, barrels, and cauldrons filled with water. They're not selling anything good yet either, but I realized selling rotten flesh to them for emeralds is actually a pretty good business plan. And in the last building live the Fletchers. Why Fletchers? Because you can trade 32 sticks for 1 emerald, which is pretty good. And with those emeralds, I can go to the librarians and trade them for some really valuable book. Basically, we're done with the villagers. All that remains is to level them up. Let's take all the rotten flesh I have. I don't have much since I used to throw it away. That's a shame, but it's enough for testing. Oh, you guys look so happy that I'm selling rotten flesh to all the villagers. Wow. Okay, let's start with you. Buy 1 emerald, now from you as well. And from you too. And you. And of course from you. I'll spend all my rotten flesh here. Okay, I farmed 8 emeralds and didn't level anyone up, but this one is almost upgraded. Now all that's left is to farm some more rotten flesh, upgrade these villagers, and then use the emeralds to upgrade the librarians. Okay, I need to upgrade them now, but by the way, I don't know. If I break their workstation, will they run away? Wait, don't run away, please. Stop! No, no, no! They're running away! Okay, I get it. I understand. You don't want the profession? No, 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 that's not gonna work with me, buddy. I found a looting 3 book, and it's really good. But it cost 21 emeralds. On top of that, one of the villagers got slapped by me earlier. I found another 11 emeralds in a chest. So now I have 19 in total. But that's still not enough. I need 2 more. Maybe there are 2 more in some chests. Nope. Alright, buying the looting book. Good. Now the villager definitely won't change his trades, and that's awesome. Now we're putting looting on my diamond sword, and we get an awesome farming sword. Now I can head over to the farm and grind tons of rotten flesh. In just a few minutes, I farmed more than 6 stacks of rotten flesh, but I realized my sword doesn't have mending. That's a bit of a problem. Oh, and by the way, I also got a bow with power too. Not bad, right? I can buy lapis lazuli for 1 emerald. That means I can finally enchant my armor at the enchanting table. Wow, that's just amazing. You won't believe it, but on the first try, I got mending. Of course, it's awesome to have mending, but the fact it costs 41 emeralds is insane. I barely managed to gather those 41 emeralds and tried to change the trades after that. Shoo, you were lucky. Even gave me a little discount. Nice job. Shoo, I bought it. Of course, I combined it with my sword. Now my sword is basically indestructible. At any moment, I can go to this farm, hit a few mobs, fully repair my sword, and farm tons of resources. Since I still had a few villagers, I decided to let them go free. As for this old farm structure, it needed to be removed. I crafted an axe and started demolishing the building. This farm wasn't really impressive anyway, but before taking it down, I wanted to finish with the villagers. And since I had a great sword, I went to farm more rotten flesh. Exchanging it for emeralds, I bought all the needed books from the villagers and ran to the smithy to upgrade my gear. But that still wasn't enough. My armor wasn't that strong yet, so I bought lapis from the cleric and finished enchanting my armor at the enchanting table. After upgrading my armor, I crafted a diamond shovel and axe, and of course, enchanted them with top tier enchantments. Now it's finally time to tear down this crappy old farm. Okay, but leaving the farm gone would be too dumb, so this island will become my new farm. I need to build a relatively small building. I think this size will do. The building is ready. Maybe not the prettiest, but it's the maximum I could build here. I also decided to make a few scarecrows purely for decoration. Next, I tilled the land and planted seeds, but first I spread some water. I replaced some of the dirt blocks with moss blocks. Just looks way cooler. Then I planted all the seeds. Inside the hut, I placed a few barrels and a crafting table. Much better now. The farm is fully ready. Now I want to finally finish the main island because it looks too flat, but for that I need a ton of stone, and I have to gather it. Since I recently tore down the cobblestone farm, I decided to give it its own dedicated island. First, I built a circular stone farm, and now I need to make the building for the generator. Unfortunately, wood won't work for this, so I'll use only stone. The shape of the building is perfect, only the windows look bad. I'll replace them with iron bars. Oh yes, that looks way better than slabs! Next, the roof. I'll make it from black stone. Great! It looks awesome! But this stone farm takes up too much space, so I moved it. I started breaking dirt and replacing it with stone blocks. I placed some torches, and the interior of the building was finished. I planted a few bushes and fertilized the grass. Now that the building is fully ready, I started farming tons and tons of cobblestone. After filling a chest with cobblestone, I placed several furnaces and smelted the cobblestone. Then I started making the foundation for my island, which took a very long time. Whew, I did it. And I can say, it was mega hard. But now, my island looks super cool. Next, I want to focus on the nether portal and the infinite water source. I'll start with that. After clearing the water, I started breaking unnecessary blocks. Okay, I don't really want to stay without water, so I'll build a lake here. First, I dug it out. The contour of the lake is ready. To make it more interesting, I replaced some dirt blocks with cobblestone and stone. Oh, much better now. But to fill it with water, I had to build a temporary platform inside the lake, which I will now fill. Okay, now I need to break the support blocks, and of course, fertilize the grass. Well, basically, I can fertilize the interior as well. Wow, the lake turned out really awesome. Now, on this spot, I also want to make a lake, but frozen. First though, I need to clear out all my resources, so I decided to build my new house right on this island. The foundation is ready, now just need to finish it. I decided to make the windows from trapdoors. They fit really well here. Okay, now only the roof is left. Oh my gosh, this roof is mega cool. I've never built a roof with this texture before, but it actually looks pretty decent. For extra flair, I added a few leaf blocks and decorated the island with grass, then started moving all my resources into the new house. Next, let's dig the second lake. I filled it with water, and over time it will freeze so I can collect ice. But I need a special pickaxe for that. The first enchantment attempt failed. The second too, and the third also failed. Finally, on the fourth try, I got the right enchantment. And now I can mine ice blocks. From that, I'll craft blue ice and start building the frozen lake. Great, it's ready. Now I want to make paths across my island. I broke grass blocks and replaced them with podzol. Okay, that's roughly how it will look. And it's really cool. I also built many lamps along the paths. Now zombies definitely won't spawn here. Since it's pretty empty around my big tree, I decided to add roots like real trees. Now the tree looks much better. I also left some empty spots for a relaxation area with a campfire. Oh, that actually looks nice. I need to make the same kind of area over there as well. Great, now that the main island is ready, I can move on to upgrading my armor to netherite. Oh, here's where my golems are hanging out. I went down to Y level 11 and started mining netherite. There's the first chunk. The second. Back home, I smelted all the scraps and crafted netherite ingots. I upgraded my set, and now I'm in full netherite armor. I also wanted to customize its look, but I didn't have enough diamonds to do so. Since my chest had no templates left, I applied the only template I had to the chest plate. Now I want to work on this portal, because it's way too boring. First, I dismantled it, and now I want to make this island look nether themed. But I don't have any nether blocks yet, so I need to go to the nether. Oh no! I'm missing one obsidian block. Okay, gotta mine it. All set, now into the nether. I need to gather netherite, magma blocks, quartz, and gold. Now I can start transforming this island into a nether style island. First, I built the platform for the portal. All that's left is to light it. For decoration, I also set some nether blocks on fire in certain spots. I replaced grass with nether blocks. Oh, that looks pretty cool. But stone doesn't really fit, so I replaced it with blackstone. It looks much better. For variety, I added some soul sand blocks. I also want to build a few nether trees on both sides. First, I went to the nether, found the blue trees, and gathered the necessary blocks. Then I got some red trees as well. I built several red and blue trees, and the nether style island was completely ready. I still have 2 empty islands left. On the first one, I'll build a small house for my animals, since they keep living outside. Okay, the foundation is ready. I think this little house will really make my animals happy. Awesome! The house for my animals is ready. Oh, a fox with an emerald. I brought my animals into the house and went to build the last island. Since this island is located near the end portal, it will be in an end style design. But before starting the construction, I went to the end to gather a lot of end stone. I began breaking the grass and replacing it with end stone. The hardest part was replacing the blocks at the bottom, because it was really messy down there. Okay, the island is now completely made of end stone, and I want to build a mini end city on it, because leaving it empty would be extremely boring. Okay, my island is ready. There's even a small ship behind it. For realism, I planted a few chorus plants, and the last island was finished. This is the hardest survival I've ever recorded, but it turned out mega interesting. I spawned in a cargo crane. My cabin was small, but at least there was a jacket and boots. I decided to go outside to inspect the area. On the entire roof, containers were scattered around, as well as trays with construction materials. I decided to get down from the crane, but the ladder was broken, and I needed to repair it. I went back and wanted to open the hatch, but it was jammed. I had to break it with my hands, which caused me to lose almost all my strength and pass out. Upon waking up, I looked in the chest and noticed 2 soups, a map, a spyglass, and some water. Opening the map, I realized that this high-rise was located in some field. I also decided to inspect the top of the crane and noticed that it was holding some cargo, which had a lot of barrels and chests that could contain quite valuable resources. It was quite high up, but I had no choice, so I jumped. I landed fairly well and began inspecting the chests and barrels. In the very first barrel, I found seeds, which would help me a lot. Oh, a lot of wood. I crafted several ladders and, thanks to carpets, climbed up the crane. I placed all the ladders, but it still wasn't enough. Then I went back to the cargo and found some dirt in the barrels, as well as bamboo. I planted it in the ground and began waiting for it to grow, so I could make sticks from it. Over time, I expanded my bamboo plantation and started farming bamboo even faster. I was literally 3 ladders short, but I decided to jump down. I completed the ladder with half slabs and started looking for an exit, but unfortunately, there wasn't one here. Then I saw a hole slightly above, through which I had climbed. Hostile mobs were already spawning here. I ran into the first container, and there was a bed inside, so I decided to sleep. The next day, near the container, I saw some strange entrance. Going inside, I saw that it was filled with bricks, and there was no way to pass through. I started exploring the containers further and realized that not all containers were residential, and some could contain resources, but for now, I couldn't open them. Entering a yellow container, I noticed someone's skulls. Oh, that's pretty creepy. I noticed that the tree I planted on the crane had grown, and I needed to chop it down, so I returned to the crane and began breaking the leaves to first obtain a sapling. And there it was. Now I could cut down the actual tree. After chopping it down, I obtained bamboo and also began collecting dirt. After coming down, I planted the tree, and also a whole bunch of bamboo. I noticed a second exit and decided to go inside. There was a small room with a barrel containing some meat, 2 axes, a lighter, and a broom. Upon leaving the room, I saw unfinished apartments. There were a lot of them. I began fully exploring the top floor of the high-rise. Damn, I can't block the main entrance here. Ah, damn zombies. I barely got away from one, but there was another zombie ahead. I pushed it back and began climbing to the surface, but the damn zombie bit me on the paw. Whew, I escaped. I returned to the cabin, but there was a zombie there. I killed it and went down to sleep, but 2 of its brothers attacked me, and I barely got away from them. I entered one of the containers to sleep. Damn it, mobs were nearby. Then I went into the container with the skulls, and only there could I spend the night. That day, I decided to search the top floor of the high-rise again, only this time much more carefully. I bit a little cake and left the room. I looked to the left and there was a creeper. I turned back and there was a damn zombie. I ran past it, and at the end of the corridor, a burning zombie appeared. I had to parkour across walls, but damn it, there was a skeleton. I ran past it, and then I saw someone's cabin. I went inside and decided to hide there, as the skeleton was still looking for me. Unfortunately, there was nothing in the barrels. Ah, damn skeleton. Leaning a bit, I found a stairwell, but unfortunately, the ladder was broken, and to get out of here, I needed to repair it. Moving further, I noticed a zombie and decided to hit it, but the skeleton noticed me, and I had to hide. After killing 1 zombie, 3 more attacked me. I barely fought them off, but that was not the end. Then 2 more zombies came, then 3 more, and I was left with only half a heart. 1 hit, and I'm dead. I decided to barricade myself temporarily to recover a little. Oh no, a creeper. Oh, and more zombies too. After fighting them off, I broke my barricade and ran past the creeper. But damn it! There was another creeper in the next corridor, though I was lucky to avoid it. Turning right, I saw that half of the high-rise was destroyed. This wasn't very good news, as the building could collapse at any second. The next day, I chopped down a tree. Oh, just 1 sapling again. I also obtained bamboo and thought that I needed to lower that tray with resources, but that could only be done with dynamite, which I didn't have yet. So I went down into the high-rise and started killing creepers. But occasionally, I ran into skeletons as well. After killing the mobs, I found the workers' hut and decided to make it my base, so I began remodeling it. In some places, I decided to cover with blocks, so that no one could jump on me from above. After finishing the base, I returned to the surface, where I decided to break the bamboo farm to build a berry farm, since my food was about to run out. For some reason, there were constantly skeletons near my base. It turned out they were spawning in this elevator, so I decided to kill the skeletons and place a torch there. Over time, I farmed 5 gunpowder and still needed to find sand, which I found in a barrel. I made TNT, but had nothing to ignite it with. But I had definitely seen a lighter somewhere. After searching all the barrels and chests, I found nothing. Then I went down into one of the cabins. And yes, there really was a lighter. I placed the TNT near the iron chain and detonated it, and the entire cargo fell all the way down. Unfortunately, the path to the cabin was damaged from the fall, but that wasn't a big deal. I transferred all the resources from the tray to my new base, and as it turned out, all that cargo only amounted to 2 chests of resources. That day, I decided to open the containers. At first, they contained brick blocks, then brick stairs, and the next container was completely filled with fish, so now I definitely wouldn't die of hunger. In the yellow container were iron bars, and it seemed the closed containers had ended. Using the stairs I found, I began repairing the stairwell, but unfortunately, there weren't enough to finish it. I almost had no proper food left, and all I had were a few apples, 3 soups, and some uncooked fish. But that would only last me a little while. I urgently needed to get food from somewhere, and I even knew where I would get it. First, let's smelt the iron we have. And we have 1.5 stacks of iron. Crazy! Okay, let's place a furnace here and put the iron to smelt in 2 furnaces. Okay, I think that will be enough. I also need to get sticks, and I'm going to craft myself a sword. Also, I think that in that red container, the fish live. There's a lot of fish here, and I'm going to kill them all so I don't starve. But there are also pufferfish, which I need to kill first, because they can kill me. Alright, I got rid of them, now I can go down and kill all the other fish. Okay, I killed all the fish, and I managed to farm 8 salmon, 10 regular fish, and 3 pufferfish. But I won't eat the pufferfish, because they're poisonous. I also have 5 bone meal. They will go to my garden. I have 2 smokers, so I suggest placing them and starting to cook some fish. Quite a lot of iron has smelted, so let's craft a bucket from it. We already have a decent amount of food, but it's not infinite, and I suggest making a garden. I have a few blocks of dirt, and this should be enough for a small garden. First, let's gather some water in buckets, and then all that's left is to get the dirt. Here I have berries growing, and here bamboo. I don't need either right now, because I'm going to make a carrot and potato garden. Okay, I have 23 dirt blocks, which will be enough for a small garden. Let's place it not far from my cabin. Somewhere around here should be fine, I think. Okay, the small garden is ready. Now I just need to till it and plant the crops. The garden is ready. Now I need to plant carrots and potatoes. Of course, not many, but I still have some bone meal, which I'll use to fertilize the garden a little. Okay, almost half of the garden is filled. I have a lot of different structures made of blocks that I don't need at all, so I suggest demolishing them, freeing up this area, and maybe building a tree farm here, or making a ladder from blocks to get out of here. Let's start with these structures, because they are blocking the path to my base. Oh, my pickaxe broke. But no problem, I should have a spare. I have gold, stone. I guess I don't have an iron one. Well, okay, it's not a big deal. For now, let's dig with these pickaxes. Oh, one more pickaxe broke, leaving only the stone one. Okay, I demolished the main blocks, now I just need to remove these pallets. Good! I removed absolutely everything that was in the way, and now this area looks completely different. You can even build some entrance into the main part of my house. But ideally, I should also remove this yellow container, but I think we'll do that later. There are also a lot of blocks on this side, and I suggest removing them too. Let's start with this largest column. Oh, wait, something. Oh, holy crap, what happened? Why the hell was it rigged with TNT? Holy crap, it destroyed half of my house. Oh no, there was also a ladder I was supposed to climb down. I never expected there could be explosives here. I cleared the entire area, and now it's very clean and spacious. And by the way, I managed to get a whole chest of blocks. There are tons of them here. Let's also cook some of the fish we had left. We have a few salmon. Let's put them to cook as well. There are 4 salmon, and 10 could have smelted. Nice. There's also a lot of iron left here. Oh, wait. What is this book? Oh. Okay. I have only 1 day left. Protect yourself. What? What does this mean? I don't understand anything at all. I have only 1 day left, which means something will happen tomorrow, and I need to urgently protect myself. But how? First, I decided to craft iron pants, And since I have so many blocks, I suggest building a fortified base. Okay, let's make some kind of defense here. First, let's make a tower so I can climb and shoot from it. Okay, here we'll make an entrance and cover the entire area with bars. Also, we'll put bars on top. Will the wall already look solid? Yes, let's put a half block here. Nice. Now I can shoot from it, but I think they can shoot at me through it too. So we need to make it a little higher. Perfect, now it's ideal. Let's also make a platform. Good. Oh no, this is still not great. Let's do it like this. There, nice, now it's more or less fine. Alright, night will come very soon, so I suggest preparing for the next night. I already have a very good set. I also suggest making a bow. I should have some strings somewhere. Here we go, I have 15 arrows, also some strings. Yes, here are even more strings, and some sticks. Let's craft a bow. Now I have a good bow, plus 2 axes and a sword. And I can already see that night is about to come. I have no idea what awaits me this night. Well, night has come, and I'm very scared to go out. Okay. Oh. What is this? Oh no, there are so many of them. I'm afraid to imagine what's on the surface. Wait, holy crap, so many mobs. Holy crap, so many mobs. Okay, I need to quickly make a ladder to climb my tower. There are so many creepers. Zombies, skeletons, damn. Let's climb this tower and see what's happening. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh no, he pressed the button. What will happen now? Wait, oh no, holy crap. Wait, it's a spawner. So it turns out that in these magma structures, each one has a spawner. There's a skeleton spawner here, a creeper spawner there. Okay, let's carefully climb up and destroy the spawners so no one spawns here. Okay, quickly destroy the skeleton spawner and run to destroy the creeper spawner because the creepers will cause serious trouble. There's a zombie spawner as well. Okay, wow, the lift is still intact. Okay, for now, the mobs aren't as many as I expected, but my tower is completely destroyed. There's still a lot of TNT, I hope it doesn't explode. I don't know how many are left, but I've already destroyed quite a few. Okay, another creeper spawner. Oh no, there's a skeleton. Need to be careful. Okay, up. Done. 1 killed. I think there's no one else now. Okay, let's quickly destroy the spawner. Shoo, great. I destroyed absolutely all the hearts that were on the surface. Now I just need to go down and see how many are there. Okay, what do we have here? Holy crap! So many of them! Wait, how am I supposed to kill them all? There are just so many. I can't even shoot them all. Seems like no one is here. I see a door. I can parkour there. Okay, no one here either. Great. And what's there? There's one skeleton. Aha. Yes. And there's another one. Let's kill them first. Oh, wait. I hid. Okay, great. They'll shoot themselves. Oops. I fell down. Okay, I think I cleared the whole area of zombies and skeletons. Now I can take care of my business, and I would also go up to the surface to see what exactly happened there after this night. And so, it's total destruction here. Also, after the crane explosion, there are many holes that should ideally be covered. Okay, what about my garden? Oh, almost everything has grown. Some potatoes, carrots. Great! 6 carrots and 11 potatoes. That's amazing. Let's transplant everything. And in theory, we should fill the whole garden, right? No. We still lack 2 crops, but I have 8 bones, so let's make bone meal and propagate the potatoes a little. Now my garden is completely filled with crops. Unfortunately, I can't make a bigger garden because I have no more dirt. My territory is completely unrecognizable, and since it's total chaos after the night, I suggest cleaning everything up here. Okay? Now it's a completely different story. We can expand our base and make it bigger and more beautiful. But first, we need to demolish the old base. Good, now my old base is gone, but to build a new base, I need to remove this container that's in the way, and for that, I'll use shears. And so this container is not made of iron. Perfect, now I have a lot of free space. First, I'd like to make an entrance to my bunker. Great, the entrance to my base is ready, and it looks Well, damn. Considering that I only have bricks and clay as resources, it looks pretty cool. I suggest making a fence here, like we had at the old base, but on a larger scale. I made such a beauty, and it looks much more solid than the previous time. Also, I found a bunch of wire, and don't ask me where I got it. It can be used to beautifully decorate the whole area, and if spiders try to come here, they'll just die, because this barbed wire deals damage. Damn. Phew. Just a little more, and I would have thrown myself off there. By the way, my stairs that I was supposed to use to get out of this skyscraper are somewhere here, but as we can see, everything got destroyed. I need to carefully get down there. Okay, here's the ladder. It's a bit damaged too, but in principle, it can be disassembled, and we'll enter from this side. There should also be a ladder somewhere here through which we'll climb in. Unfortunately, I don't have enough ladders, but just a little more. And we'll get out of here. Since I need a lot of bricks, I suggest slowly dismantling this building. But damn, it's all just half blocks. And that doesn't work for me at all. In theory, the walls in the skyscraper should have been made of full brick blocks, and now we'll check. Yes, indeed, this is a brick block, and that works perfectly for me because from them... Oh, wait. Something... Oh. Holy crap! Holy crap! There's a switch behind the wall. I might be able to reach through this hole. Wait. No, I can't. Oh no. A creeper outside the window. Come here. Come here. Yes. Yes. I'm free. Finally. 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 But there are mobs everywhere. There are no animals to eat. Oh no, I need food fast. I have a plan. I have a shovel. Let's dig a small hole and hide in it for the night. Otherwise I could die. It's daytime outside. And what's this? A slime? Wait! A sheep! A sheep! Yes! Finally! Finally I can eat! Whew! Amazing! I'll even eat some raw meat. Oh yes! There are so many sheep here. Well, I could basically survive here forever. So, subscribe, hit the like button, and see you next time.